So today we're just going to be talking about a personal finance allocation system, which is going to be like a simple framework that will help you control your money every month, right? So what that means is a lot of people have this issue where you get paid or you receive income, but you just don't know where your money goes. You don't know what's happening with it. You're just like, where did my money go? Quite literally. So your salary comes in and then it disappears quickly, or you're not sure where most of your money went, or you only save when it happens, or when you have something left, like your savings are not intentional and the money feels like it moves too fast, so you just don't know where exactly it is or what is going on with it. And that actually is like the financial chaos. Like, most people do not have clear financial structures, and that is why they feel very disorganized. For instance, let me break it down in a way that's going to be like really simple. You know how money enters one account and we spend from one account, so we just never know when we are overspending or we are doing something with money that is, exorbitant, like, you get, because everything is in one account and there's this illusion that it is always enough. And that's what actually leads to financial chaos. And you find out that a lot of people spend a very good portion of their lives actually like living paycheck to paycheck. I think it was Leila Homozi that said that when she was earning $30,000, right, she was living paycheck to paycheck. So before the end of the month, the money would be finished and she would wait for the next paycheck. And when she started earning $90,000, she was still living paycheck to paycheck. That's simply because the money is unstructured. And you cannot really tell, how much you are spending, when you are spending, and if what you're spending on is actually a necessity. So, yeah. So the best way to actually like create structure for your finances, right, is to have clarity and control over it. So you need to know what is actually coming in and what is actually going out. And this will help you plan, like, effectively achieve your financial goals with confidence. There are a number of people, especially in this part of the world, it's very difficult for people to set financial goals because a lot of things happen. And then it's like, oh, this is so random. Do you get? This happened randomly, that happened randomly. So you find out that people live literally paycheck to paycheck and they can't set financial goals. And, it's just very, very, very chaotic. So a financial structure is like an essential but effective way of managing your business, right? Of managing your money, sorry. So it provides clear frameworks that help you track, control, and grow your finances and ensure lasting prosperity. So once you have a financial structure in place, it's not supposed to be anything too crazy, right? But it's supposed to be something that just gives you a grip over where your money is and what you're using your money for. So I grouped it into four. I said there are four essential accounts that everybody must have. And these four essential accounts include an income account, an essential account, a savings account or an investment account, and a leisure account. So let's go into detail. The income account. The income account is like the entry point. The income account is where all your money comes in, right? Your salary, your business, your side hustle. And the rule is that you do not spend from that account. So if you get your salary, right, and you are processing, okay, this is maybe my salary, this is the money from my business, this is what I pay myself from my business, and all of that. It all enters one account. It helps you sort of see like the full picture, like this is actually how much comes into my account. So like for people that have multiple accounts, for instance, it's difficult for you to be able to effectively track how much you came into your account throughout the entire year because you have multiple accounts and you use all multiple accounts to receive funds. I don't know if that makes any sense. Please let me know. Hello.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
Yes, it does.
because all your money is, sort of entering through one account, and is entering through multiple accounts and you're spending for multiple accounts, you just don't know how much you are earning or how much has actually, come into your care. So this is where you have all your money coming. Then the next account is going to be your essential account. Now, this is how the system works. All money comes into one account. Then you now start to divide it based off your needs. So you have an essential account. Now, the purpose of your essential account is running your life. So this covers like your rent, your food, your transport, fuel, utilities, phone and internet, basic living. It gives you financial stability. So you know how there are people you'd meet who, like, even when life happens, they always have like cash because they separate the money that is needed for running their day-to-day life. Now you can decide whatever percentage is going to be, like based off what you earn, right? You can decide that your essentials is going to be like maybe 15%. Your essentials is going to be like maybe 35%, 40%, 50%, depending on what you want to, allocate to it. But you need to have an essential account, and you need to know how much of everything you earn is going to be there. So even if somebody earns maybe 200,000, it's not the whole 200,000 that is going to be your essential. You're going to have to like select a particular percentage of that money that is going to go into your essential account, and that should be able to cover these basic things for a month or for the period. Do you get? Another thing is it must not be what is here. For instance, if you're somebody that uses scented candles to work, right, that can be an essential for you because every month you need it. Do you get? If you're somebody that likes to drink tea, for instance, you have a specific brand of tea you like to drink, that can be an essential for you because it is something that you actually need every month. So you need to be able to sit down and say, okay, these are the things that fall into my essential account. Food also falls into your essential account and all of that. The next account you're going to be needing is a savings and investment account. Why? This would position you for preparing for your future. So you're earning, but then you're not just thinking about today, you're equally also thinking about tomorrow. So it's sort of like we've covered the essential account. So what the essential account does for you is it gives you stability. You can move around knowing that, okay, I have money that can cater to some of these basic things that I need day to day. Do you understand? Then your savings and investment is what you set money aside for based off what you are saving for or what you are investing in. Now, it depends on how you want to do it. For instance, there are some people who their savings account, they just never touch it. They want to be able to say that at the end of 2026, I earned so amount and was able to save so amount. Do you get? Now, for other people, they would want to say, okay, I am saving towards a particular thing, right? Or maybe I'm saving towards getting new equipment. That is what their own saving goal is. Do you get? For some other person, it could just be I am saving money so that eventually I can invest this money. I don't know if that makes any sense. So the money here could be for like your emergency funds, it could be for investments, your financial goals, it could be for opportunities. Maybe you want to go for a training with a particular coach or something. You can save the money here. And what you do is you assign a percentage as well to your savings and your investments. So say like you want to save and then you are assigning like maybe, let's say your essentials was 35%, your savings can be 30%. So you're not thinking, oh, money for food, money for that's already covered by your essentials. Your savings now is this is what I want to save. So based off what you decide, you can say 20% is because you're not, how do I put it? You're spending in percentage because you're earning in a fixed sort of amount, or you have like a fixed sort of amount that is coming in. So you can actually plan around that figure. So you say 20% of that is what I'm putting in my savings account, and this is what I want to use it for. So you need an income account, an essential account, a savings account. The next account I'm going to be talking about is a leisure account. Now, a leisure account is for like enjoyment and lifestyle spending. Because obviously, you're not going to work all your life and then you will now not spend on yourself, right? And this is also a very good way for you to like spend without feeling guilty, which I highly recommend, right? You spend without feeling guilty in the sense that the money is for eating out, entertainment, shopping, traveling, hobbies. This account allows you to enjoy your life without affecting your essential, very important. So you are not flexing and probably not feeding well, or you're not flexing and then the money that you need to get data to do the work that you normally do, you will not be able to do it. right? So you're going to also apportion a percentage, right, to your leisure account. So say your leisure now, you might want your leisure to be maybe like 15% or 20%, however it is you want to be, but the fixed income that comes into your account, into your income account, sorry, is the 100%. Then you now start sharing it into these different accounts, if that makes any sense. So now what happens is every month when you allocate your leisure money, right? If it finishes, you know, okay, leisure money has finished, right? And you still have savings money, you still have money for, your day-to-day activities. Transport to work should come from essential account. Do you get? Because you go to work like maybe every day. So that's that. So how this system actually works is very simple. Like I said, all the money is entering one account. It's a collection pool. So all the money enters your income account. When it enters your income account, you transfer based off the allocation. So you are the one that decides like the percentage that you actually want to, what's the word? You are the one that actually decides like the percentage that you want to assign to these different accounts based off your needs. So you will now start sending money to like your essential account, your savings and investment, your leisure. If you are somebody that you want to really break the money down because you have other things that you're also interested in, you can decide that okay, apart from your savings and investments, maybe you're the type that doesn't want to touch your savings and investment, you can have another like slot for emergency fund, so that if emergencies come up, you spend the emergency fund, you don't spend the savings and investment. Do you get? That's if that's what your financial goal is. All right. So, yeah, the power of this system is that it actually gives you control over knowing where your money goes. So now it's easier for you to track. Remember, all the money comes into one account. So you get to actually see how much you earn. If they dash you money, if you run like multiple businesses, like somebody like me that runs different businesses, you have multiple jobs, they all pay into one account. So you can clearly see that this is what I earn. Then when you assign percentages and you now start allocating funds into different accounts, it makes it like a whole lot easier, right? For you to be able to tell where your money is going and where it's not going, and you know what you are spending because you've calculated it based off percentages. So if you say you earn maybe 200,000 and 35% or 30% is what you are putting for your essentials, you know the amount that is supposed to be in that essential account, and you know how you're going to budget based off that. Can you see? And it's not going to affect like your savings or your flex money, right? Then it helps you control your spending as well, because now you know that there's a cap, like there's literally like a limit. Do you get? To what you are doing? So what you're going to do is, it would also help you build consistent savings, in the sense that your savings is also fixed as well, and it reduces financial stress. So you're not thinking that, oh, if I go out with my friends today, right, will I have money for this next time? Or if I spend so much on maybe essentials, right, will I have enough money to save? No, you already plan that as you see the money. Do you get? So this is basically me explaining this so you can understand the system. So understanding the system is one thing, and then implementing it is also another thing. I'm also going to take you a step further where I'm going to show you how to actually implement what we've just talked about. Yeah. So before we go into like where I start to implement, I don't know, does anybody have like any questions? How are we doing so far?
I have a question.
Okay, please let me know.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask, what if you receive your income at different times? How are you able to specifically budget for everything, or allocate the funds when you're not getting everything probably on the same day? Maybe you get paid on different days, probably from different places. How are you able to allocate funds properly in a situation like that?
Okay, so in a situation like that, I'm not going to say that you should allocate before it comes in. What I can say is whenever the money comes in, do the allocation. Do you get? So if somebody pays you, for instance, at the end of the month, right? If somebody pays you at the end of the month, what you do is you allocate the
Yeah.
percentage that is for your leisure, you allocate the percentage that is for your essentials, you allocate the percentage that is also for your savings, right? If another person now pays you in the middle of the month, right, you use the same system. So what I do personally is anytime the money enters my account, whether it is payment or is business money or even maybe somebody gifted me money, right, I use that same structure to separate the money. I'm not going to say that all the money should be like in one place. Do you get? No, I
Yes.
treat every income that comes in, every cash flow that actually comes in, I treat it the same way. So even if you send maybe 10K, let's use 10K because 10K is like really, do you understand? Let's say 10K, you still use that structure and separate that 10K because that's the discipline behind it. If we can't like follow that structure, it's going to sort of make it difficult for you to keep up. Do you get? So every time money comes in, use that structure to separate it. What it will do is even if you don't finish the money in like your essential account, it will still be there next month and you know that it's essential money.
Mm.
Do you get? If you don't finish the money in leisure account, you'll still be there and you know that okay, this is money for my leisure still. Do you get? So you it even gives you more options on what you want to spend on. But just make sure that any money that comes in, you follow the structure you have set for yourself based off the percentages that you actually want. I don't know if that helps.
Yes, it does. It does.
All right, thank you. Is there anybody else with any questions, feedback? Please, people should not be quiet though.
I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So, in allocating budget, right? Do you what I know in the mark in the adverts you sent earlier, there was use
Yeah.
Google Sheet. Is it just Google Sheet you can use for allocation, or there are other applications that can be used for allocations of funds?
Okay,
That's
so
one.
I use Google Sheets, but you could even use a table um in Word. Like if that works for you, you can use like a table in Word. Do you get? If it works for you, you could use pen and paper. Like you could have a book literally where you do that. If you're somebody that likes it that way, if you you could use Excel. Actually, there's this guy's Airtable too. They are also like a what's it called? It's like a management system as well. It's like a data management system as well. So they have like this spreadsheet kind of feel as well too, and you can label and tag things. Airtable. You could also use that. So it's not limited. It's just based off what is comfortable for you. There are some people that would want to set up this structure in Notion because it's like what is accessible for you. You might want to do it on your notepad because if you are doing it those way, it means that you're going to actually literally have to sit at the end of the month and calculate everything manually, right? Or whenever you get the money, you just do the math quickly and then update, do you understand, the percentages and everything so that you have it at the back of your mind that, okay, this is what is supposed to be in this account, this account, this account. I don't know if that answers your question.
It does. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
So I have a
I don't,
question.
okay.
Okay, in a case where your income is not like monthly, but for example, let's say it's daily income, um, is it best to wait till the end of the month to accumulate and distribute, or as each day goes by, you distribute accordingly to these other specific accounts? That's question one. Two, I think you mentioned that leisure is for enjoyment and travels and stuff. So, but then in the percentage, for example, if you're planning a trip, maybe say like a destination trip, which would be best to put money aside in leisure or to actually save towards the trip? In this case, now being like the savings account and stuff. Do you get my question? Hello? Uh, can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Mm.
Let's wait a bit. Maybe there's the problem with the.
Oh, okay, okay, that's fine.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Did you get my question or I should repeat them?
No, I think I kind of got your question. You were
Okay.
asking that.
The first question was if you get income daily, say a business, are you supposed to distribute daily or you wait at the end of the month or you accumulate a certain amount? For example, say you earn 100K or 50K daily and you want to do you wait for a certain amount, for example 200 to 500K, then you distribute, or you just distribute as each comes,
Okay, so
not
now that
being sure, sorry, not being
okay.
sure if like the amount is not stable. So I'm using 50K for an example because it could be 20, it could be 10, depending on the flow of business for each day. So it's not
Yeah.
consistent. The amount is not a static one. So in this case, do you now put wait for the money to get to a certain amount before you distribute, or you distribute as each penny comes in?
Okay, so now that would actually depend on your discipline. Because if you know that you're somebody that would want to spend, you get before everything is accumulated, then it would be best that you distribute. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So if you're somebody that would have the tendency, oh, I need to get this, I need like somebody like me, that I might need to get things like within the month. Do you get? So I
Yeah.
would rather just as it comes in, I separate it so that I know, okay, this is the bulk of what I have that is spendable in this direction, and this is the bulk of what I have that is spendable in this direction. I don't know if that makes any sense for you.
It does. It makes a lot of sense. It does.
Also, you were asking about travels. So
Yeah.
like these things are not, they're not fixed, like I said. They are not
Mm.
fixed in any way. And why I say so is you can, based off your goals, right? You can swap things around. So you have your essentials, you need that. Your savings, you need that. You can decide that your savings is towards travel. Do
Ah,
you get?
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can decide that your savings is towards travel. You can decide that you are not hanging out with the girls. Your leisure money, you're saving it for travels.
Okay, makes
Do you
sense.
see?
Mm-hmm.
So it's flexible in the sense that it allows you just have like a broad view of everything. Like you're not stuck and you don't have to, what's the word? You don't have to be fixed, but it allows you achieve your goals at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So you could decide that okay, if you must have this money, you must save it at the end of like the month, right? Then what you need to do is okay, I need to get another place that I can remove that money from. Do you get? So my savings is fixed. I don't want to touch it, but I can convert that leisure now to travel funds. So how much do I need to save? You can decide, okay, I'm reducing what I'm putting in the savings because I want to travel. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop it. I'm just reducing the amount I'm putting there and I'm funding this leisure for travel more than I am funding my savings, but I still have that savings.
Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, also when the demo that you posted on your status, there was a part where I think the app was helping you break down the percentages. Then
Yeah.
you had like tithe, giving, and stuff. And at the end of the day, there was an accumulation done by the app. So I think someone already
Yeah.
asked if any app can do that, or there's specifics that we need to work with.
Okay, so what happens with that is I actually created that template. I'm going to show you guys the demo. Since you've asked the question, let's just get to that part.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, so just give me a few seconds. Mm, okay. Please let me know if you could see my screen. Can you see my screen?
For now, there's nothing on display.
Okay. What of now?
No.
Okay. Oh, let me try that again. Are we good?
Wait, yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is the template I use, because when I started out manually. I just figured, okay, I'll choose my percentages, and I would, I'll choose my percentages, and then I would just allocate, right? And I'll calculate. But then I also decided that I would like to like see them while I work on them. Do you understand? Like I would like to see what is actually going on everywhere and have an idea at once. So I decided to create a spreadsheet for that. So say like you let's just do this. So this is the income tracker. And then income one, let's say income one, you earn from a particular place you work 100,000. Then from another place you work, you earn maybe 200,000. Right? Okay, so let's put 200,000. So what this does for me is the functions are set to be able to total the entire money. So if I have maybe like two people that something like, oh, how are you doing? And all of that. And okay, let me just give you like maybe 100,000 or 50,000. You can see I'm that intentional that there's extra cash there or gift so that right? So that So the moment I put those things in, it automatically calculates my tithe because I'm a Christian. That's God's money. I'm not gonna eat it. So, right. I remove my tithes, and then it now tells me how much is spendable money. So you can see that what is left is about 270,000, right? And that is the spendable money that I have. So based off that, now this is my own allocation. So I want you to be able to understand that you have your income account where all the money enters, your essential account, your gifts, right? I say gifts, your income account, your essential account, your leisure account, these three, right? Now, based off your personality, right, or the things that matter to you, you can still further break them down. Do you get? Like now, if you look at mine, I have two things that were not in the template I showed you. I have gifts and I have partnership slash charity, which is different from my tithe. Do you get? So for essentials now, I put 35%. Essentials is the highest because that's where everything comes from. Yours could be higher if rent is coming from there and all of that. Obviously, you have to know that if you're calculating rent is for a period of 12 months maybe, or if you don't stay in Nigeria or Africa, you might stay in a place where you pay monthly, right? Then it would even be easier if you pay monthly, so okay, you are keeping this amount for rent every month. Do you get? But if you stay somewhere that you pay every 12 months, you have to decide, okay, you're saving this percent, this quota for the next 12 months to be able to renew your rent or to get a bigger apartment or something. This is your saving goal towards that, right? But that is included in your essentials, and food is also there, and every other thing is also there. Do you get? So you put your essentials there and you assign the percentage. So what happens is there's already a function here. You can see the as I tapped the cell, you can see it's B13 times 35%. So I've already set it that this total here, this total balance here, right? This total balance here, right, is calculating for, I think my screen just went off. Can you guys see my screen? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see that this essentials that's here, right? It's set to actually calculate 35%. So you can actually change yours based off your percentages. Now, I'm somebody that likes to give gifts, but I don't also want to feel bad that I'm giving somebody a gift. So I apportion like 5% towards gift. Do you get? So say I just decide, oh, I would like to gift somebody something. There is 5% of the money that comes in that is always allocated towards gifts. So I get to gift you stuff without feeling bad. maybe I didn't gift somebody this month, next month it will still accumulate. Do you get? So say maybe you even have somebody that you know at the end of the year you really must celebrate this person and you have to celebrate this person really big. You can start planning it early and apportion like a percentage to that, so that when it comes, it's not like it took me by surprise and then now a lot of things have to dwindle simply because I have to give to this person. Do you get? Then there's leisure here, there's partnership, there's charity here. So in case I want to give a partnership or I want to give to charity as well, I have a percentage allocated to that as well. Then for the expense tracker, I would say this because it makes it easy. See everything I've told you now about having different accounts. This would actually be a lot of accounts. Do you get? But what I can suggest is have your income account where all your money goes in, have your savings account, then have another account where you spend from. Do you get? So that way, if you have a template like this, once your money comes in, you allocate it here, right? And when you are spending, you don't spend from the income account, you transfer to your expense account so that you can spend from there. And it makes it easier for you to track. So you know all money enters one account and every money that you're sending out leaves from one account. Whether it's money for Uber, it's money for shawarma, it's money that you are giving towards a course, everything you transfer it into the account, label it and send it out. So that when you're trying to like do your balances, you will know exactly what you actually spent on. Do you get? So what I'll say is now when it comes to like the tracker, you can see that I have expense for essentials here. So say you bought food 20,000 or something, you put it in here. Fuel, you put it in here. Data, you put it in here. Money, you airtime, you put it in here. And as you fit it in, the template actually just totals everything for you. Where did I touch? Let's go back. Okay. So once you just like put it in here, right? Automatically the template does the math for you. So every expense you make is just to make it easy for you. So every expense you make in the month that is supposed to come out from where? Your essential account. So you bought airtime, you bought data, you bought fuel, you bought food, you bought all those things. It's here you put it in. So it will total it so that you can actually see how much you spent on this month. For your gifts, right? If I bought a necklace for someone, I spent money on books for someone, it will tell me here. Your leisure, right? The same thing. I paid for dinner or I visited a gallery or something. It's here as well. You spend, you put it inside it. That's why it's an expense tracker. Then your savings as well. If you have a pact with yourself that you're not going to touch your savings, that's fine. It's good to go. Then your partnership slash, charity. So say I gave a seed for the new year, it can come out from this account. If I'm giving in church, it can also come out from this account. And what that does for me is after I like put in all my expenses, it will subtract the money from the first allocation I made, which was here when I received my income. So this particular part now shows me what is available after I have spent. Then if I do this next month, right? If I have like, if I'm consistent and I do it every month, of course, not all the money will finish. For instance, if you're the one that said that your savings account, you're not touching anything, right? Your savings it would be like compound. So definitely you have the one from last month and then you need to add the one from this month to that. So by the time you fill out everything on this template, it will do that math for you and tell you how much is available in with your new account balance and the account balance from the previous month based off how you spent. I don't know if that makes any sense. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
it
yes, we
does.
can hear
It
you.
does. It does.
It
Absolutely.
does. Okay. So basically, yeah. I'm trying to see if I can go back to the template. Okay, so basically this is what the template looks like. This is what the tracker looks like, right? For me. And this is how detailed it actually is. So it just helps you know where the money is going and know what you're spending on. For instance, I'll just give a quick example. There was a time when I was spending a lot of money on data and I didn't know because it was impulsive, right? So this network is not working, or I don't have enough data here, or I didn't buy in a large volume. Do you understand? So I'll just quickly buy. I'll just quickly buy. By the time I started using this method, I didn't like, I allowed, how do I put it? What this does is you're not going to put yourself in a box, but it will allow you see you. Do you get? So what that actually did for me was I was not able to say, why am I spending this much money on data when I can just spend a higher amount and buy in bulk? Do you get? And then I'll save myself the stress of thinking of data for like a month or 2 months. So instead of, if the monthly bundle is not working, but buying for like 2 months makes it better, why don't I buy for like 2 months? Right? So basically, that's what it does. It just helps you like see you and see what is going on with you as well. And yeah, that's it. I don't know if anybody has any more questions or anything you need clarity on as well. Stop sharing. Feedback, feedback. Any questions, any feedback? How was the session for you? Is there any other thing you need clarity on?
So
Okay, Vera, please, you could go ahead.
Okay, hi, good evening, everyone. So thank you so much for the class so far. I wanted to ask, like, from the templates now,
I
if
think
you are,
said
can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So, like, for example, using the template, if we use that template for 1 month, are we going to like create another sheet for the
Yeah.
second month, or are we going to continue on that same sheet? Is it going to carry over the balance from last month to this month, or like how does it work, like over the
Okay, so
months?
what happens is, that's a sheet. So what you can do is you duplicate and you name the sheet. So the first sheet can be January, then you duplicate it and name the next one February, and duplicate it and name the next one March, like that till you get to December. So you can literally like sit on your system or on your phone and see like the expense and the trajectory of how much came in, how much left, what it was spent on, what you did with it from January to December.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
All right. I don't know. Any more questions? How was the class for you? Did you enjoy it? Would you be practicing this as well?
Thank you so much, Ezine. Yes, I will be practicing it because in previous times I have tried well to allocate some of these resources, but one of the troubles I had was not having a different account, like controlling everything from one account. It was really difficult because then money is going everywhere, and I can barely account for it. So now that I have this template, I'm very sure that it would serve me. Thank you so much.
That's so good. I'm really happy to hear that. It makes it a lot easy because like literally there are days when I'm just like, okay, I can't spend that money because I don't have it. Or let's say somebody even is like, oh, I need something from you, right? You can tell yourself that, okay, this month, that money that I'm supposed to spend for leisure, I'm going to give it out. Can you see that it even makes things like that easy? Because what you would have done based off impulse, now you know where the goal is, that you actually know where the money is coming out from. So it's not that, exactly, it's not that you just gave somebody something you didn't need. You know where it's coming from and you know what you're depriving yourself of. Do you understand? To be able to make that sacrifice. Do you get?
Yes, that adds
Yeah.
up. That means should you have a sudden emergency that you want to contribute to, you can say, okay, it's my leisure money now that is going to paying for whatever emergency of someone else there is.
You can do that. It just it's like I said, it depends on you and like what you want to achieve with it. Like you said, you can say, okay, my leisure money, it's, but I won't even advise that because you need to spend money on yourself. You
Yes,
can't pay
so
what?
If that's the case, from what aside gifting, okay, the percentage you have for gifting, it means should you need to give out more gift and that percentage is done with, it means even if you have money left in the other part, it means for the sake of gift, there is no more money.
Yes, there's no more money. Oh. Ah,
There's
there's
no
no
case
more
where you
money.
take from somewhere else and add to the other place just for the month. No.
Okay, so now the thing is, you're trying to build discipline, right?
Yes.
So what I would suggest is, yeah, there are times when I do that actually. So say somebody calls me up and is like, oh, I really need this and all of that, and I feel led to give the person, right? That money is not going to come out from it cannot come out from my essential account because it's not essential money. That's the money you're supposed to use to go to work. That's money you're supposed to use to eat and all that. It can't come out from that account. Do you get? But I can say I'm going to deprive myself of leisure this month. And this the percentage that I also allocated towards gifts, right? I would put them together and give this person. Now it has not affected my partnership slash charity. So anything that has to do with like church and all of that, it hasn't affected that. Right? It hasn't affected my savings as well. Do you get? And it hasn't affected my essentials. There are times when you can even say, okay, what is going to happen is my whole account cannot, like, the entire fund cannot take this shake. Do you understand? So let's just say I need maybe extra cash for something or for someone, and maybe I've pulled out all my leisure, like you said, and I've pulled out my gifts, and it's still not enough. I can now tell myself, okay, I'm going to take a small percentage from my essentials and a small percentage from my partnership to make up this. I'm not touching everything in it, but just a small like portion, a fixed amount from there to make this up. The goal is that it does not become what's it called? It does not become a routine activity. Do you get? Because when it becomes a routine activity, then you're actually bulldozing the structures that you've put in place. So somebody cannot be having like emergencies frequently. For instance, if you're somebody that also likes to like plan ahead, like you said, okay, have like an emergency fund, what you can do is your percentages must not be the same way the ones I showed you are. You can decide and say, okay, instead of you to be saving 30% that you're not touching, right? You can save 20%. That's like long-term saving. This saving is for the next like maybe 5 years. Don't want to be touching it, right? Then you can now have maybe the extra 10% going into your emergency fund. Do you get? So you build it over time. These are like, the way bankers, when they are talking to you, they tell you you need to build your account. That's actually what this is. You need to build your account. So while it gives you like the comfort of knowing where your money is going and all of that, it also shows you if you need to like earn more, right? You will now see, okay, the money that I have for leisure, me, I like flex. So do you understand? And this money that is under leisure, a baby girl cannot be baby girling with it. So it means that I need to increase my income. And what that would do is when you increase your income, you are still sharing the income based off that percentage. Do you get? So the beautiful part is if you were earning maybe like 200K and your income increased to like 300 or 350, right? What happens is that the percentage remains the same, but because the amount has increased, the money that is entering is now higher. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. The money that is entering is now higher. So it makes it easy for you to be able to like move around, and it makes it you a bit more fluid with cash too as well. Even though you know where it's going, but then now you can actually plan ahead with it and you can make projections and say, okay, I need to earn more because I want to be able to give more. Or I need to earn more because I want to be able to, how can I now do that? And when you do that, you still put it through the same structure so that you can build the accounts. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. If there's nobody else,